You want to see what it's got?
Launch control.
It's a manual. It's a manual. Sorry?
LT2?
No, LT1.
LT1.
Alright.
What is going on, fellow redliners? Welcome back to another video. We have been on such a streak with a thumbs up. YouTube has really been starting to push out my videos to my subscribers, you know, sharing it with other people who may like the channel. So if you guys want to help me continue that 50, 60, 70 plus thumbs up streak, please just hit that thumbs up right now. That would be very much appreciated. Just, you know, go hit that thing. Today, as I've been saying in the past couple weeks, we got a very, very, very dirty Corvette. And, well, you guys can see what I mean by that. She is filthy. Like, even at the top here, filthy. Wheels, like, disgustingly dirty, as you can probably tell there. So, what I'm planning on doing today is we are going to dial her in. I'm planning to do a full paint correction on this car, because like I mentioned in a couple of videos, well, like previously, maybe 2 months ago when I got the car, the dealer, unfortunately, well, it was on their showroom floor for a long time, so whatever, you know, they try and dust it and stuff, and they don't really use proper practice. So the paint has a bunch of marring, scratches, and stuff like that, typical with most cars, like whether it's new or used, because most people don't know how to treat their paint properly. Either way, I was planning on dialing it anyway, so it's not a huge deal for me. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna first of all, we're gonna wash it clay bar, and then we're gonna bring it in back into the garage. I got the lights over there. Put it under the lights, dial her in, make her look really, really good. So if you guys like detailing videos, this video is for you. If you guys don't, well, you may enjoy a little bit of today's video, but this video may not be exactly what you guys want. If you guys are here for the hooning and stuff, there won't be very much of it today because the car will be parked for most of the day getting cleaned. So I just want to let you guys know in advance. Let's go ahead and fire her up, take her into the garage, start cleaning the inside first. All right, guys, so the first thing I kind of forgot, it was really, really dirty, so probably best that you guys didn't see. Took the floor mat out, that is over there. That's about to be vacuumed. Vacuum the inside. Obviously, I need to clean all this stuff. I haven't used any solution, just basically got the interior of the seats, the Alcantara parts. I did the shift area there. The boot was really, really dirty. Like any kind of dust or anything kind of gathers in there because Alcantara just kind of gathers everything. Obviously, I'm gonna come clean all this stuff up. The passenger side will hop over, and obviously I gotta clean this area here too. Passenger side will hop over here. I don't think it'll be nearly as bad. I don't know, I haven't looked, so I'm hoping it won't be nearly as bad. Let's take a look. It's not great, as you guys can probably see, but definitely not as bad as the driver's side. We'll obviously tackle the seats, the side. The door is actually not too bad. Obviously, we'll clean that up. I just wanted to show you guys the before. I kind of forgot to do that side. My apologies on that one. So next clip, I'll show you guys the final interior product. That should look pretty good. And you can see how much dust and shit is kind of up around here. And guys, you guys know me. I'm pretty obsessed with keeping my car clean, so this was just killing me. But it just dust kind of happens when you have the roof off, when you have the targa off, you know, street dust kind of comes in here. All right, so here's a final look at the driver's side. Obviously cleaned all this up. Radio or speaker down here, speaker up here, cleaned all this up. This is all just air dust. It's springtime now, so pollen's in the air. This, hopefully you guys can see, is nice and clean. Cleaned off the pedals, so they are looking quite nice as well. Everything in here, the Alcantara I cleaned with ABC cleaner. This I cleaned up the heads-up display to make it look as nice as it should. Cleaned up the shift boot. The only thing I haven't touched is this. I'll probably hit that in a few, well actually I'll probably wash the car and then clean that at the end. So I'll show you quickly swing over. I cleaned up the rear trunk area as well. I'll show you this side. that is looking real sharp as well. Obviously the seat was cleaned, and all this, you know, I showed you guys how dirty it was there, so you guys can see how clean it is now. Just gonna do some last finishing touches to just maybe like clean this area up just a little bit. There's just a little smudge there. Besides that, everything is looking good on the interior, and I will start the exterior. Alright guys, nighttime has fallen, as you can probably tell by the lighting behind me. I've spent about 4 or 5 hours fixing the chips that I was telling you guys about with the Dr. Color chip, which you guys can see back there. So it's all looking perfect. Like, there is no more chipping anywhere to be found. Obviously, you guys can probably be like, what the hell's going on here? It's taped up for the full detail. This is, I mean, I don't want to say optional, but a lot of people don't do this, and the problem with not doing it is that if you, when you dust, like when you buff, a lot of dust is created, and the dust gets trapped in the seams here between panels, and I mean, it's pretty easy to get out if you do it right away, but the problem is people don't, and then it gets hardened and it kind of sticks on and bonds onto that, and it just makes it super, super difficult to do, and it's not something I recommend. So, I mean, this car is crazy hard to do. Like, there are so many bends and seams in this, like, this is bent. This thing took like 10 minutes in of itself. The light was pretty, I mean, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. This would, like I said, the hood, this Stingray panel, or this air vent under the Stingray there, super, super difficult. This, very, very easy to do. I didn't tape this up, obviously, because this roof is transparent. I'm not buffing, I'm not cutting down any clear there. This was pretty simple. Even still, like, this was, you know, very, very easy. This, fairly easy. This thing, yeah, I mean, borderline. This was the biggest pain, guys. Like, unbelievable, this thing right here. Okay, this is notorious for trapping rocks and stuff. If you have a Z51 or you know, a Corvette with a spoiler, this thing is notorious for trapping rocks. Like, rocks get kicked up and they get trapped inside here. So basically, I mean, you can see it's pretty botched, to be honest with you. Like, there's like 200 different layers of tape, but I tried to get in as deep as possible. The reason being is because I didn't want any dust and shit to kind of get stuck in there. So guys, take a look at this. So it's not too rough. The paint's actually in decent shape, obviously, because I've taken care of it. It's just, these are probably dealer installed, light marring, a little bit of swirling. Nothing too crazy, honestly, guys. It's looking pretty decent, to be totally honest with you. And I don't know if the camera does a good job in capturing like the swirls and stuff, but you're just gonna have to take my word. I'll do a before and after and show you guys how much nicer it looks. Hopefully you guys can see that there. And also, you can hear the paint is pretty rough. I just did a inspection. So what I'm gonna do is I got the clay bar kit out here. We're gonna clay the car down. Just, you know, I mean, it's pretty rough. I hope you guys can hear that. I don't know how the paint got so rough. This is, I mean, pretty bad, guys, and it's completely clean. I literally just wiped it down of any dust or anything like that. So, let me see if I can get, maybe, I'll come around this angle. This side here, let's move the lights just a little bit, move them upwards a little bit. There we go. Come around here and see if you guys can see some swirling. There you go. So take a look at that. You guys should be able to see that. And let's take another step back. Yeah, so some good amounts. I mean, it's not too bad. And there's some hard water spots too that I can see. I don't know if that comes across on video. But yeah, let's tackle this baby ASAP. I mean, not what I had planned, I'll tell you that. I thought the car was good, like brand new car. I should have probably clay barred, honestly. It's probably my stupidity. But do you guys remember, let me see if you guys can see it. Do you guys see that like orangey tint to it? Let me get it out of the light here so you guys can see that. Take a look at that. That's just, I just did literally this little piece right there, and I flipped it. It was the same thing. I did this panel already. You can see how much more smooth it is now that I've done the clay bar over it. I'm still not done this, so it's still going to be a little bit more rough. But the thing is, remember when I first got the car, guys? If you guys have been with the channel for a while, you guys would have probably remembered that I got the car and I got it shipped in from 3,000 miles away. But we don't live in like a desert. Like, I don't know where this orange sand came from. When the car came to me, it was completely covered in this orange like dirt. And obviously I've done like 3 full full maintenance washes on it. The car, in my opinion, I thought it looked clean, but I mean, obviously you guys can see it wasn't clean. In my stupidity, I should have probably tested it out before I even just assumed. That was really, really stupid, and probably my laziness had something to do with that. I'm gonna obviously do it like this. Look at it. It's really, really, really bad. And you could have, like, I should have probably, when I dried it, after I washed it, put it up, probably could have, like, it's rough. I mean, this part's not that rough, but the hood especially was very, very rough. So let's get that going. Then we're gonna buff it up after. Let me first clay bar it. All right, guys, so it's all been clay barred down. The car is looking, honestly, much better. You can see how much more smoothly my hand is gliding really on the paint. And really the only reason I'm doing this is because I know it's clean, 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 clean. There's the clay bar there. I will be putting that away shortly. I went through 2 clay bars. It was that dirty. So I did basically one side of the car with one, and then this was the second one. And actually this one was the one I just did the back with. I usually keep a spare one just for the back, because the back is always inherently going to be more dirty than anywhere else on the car because of the exhaust suit. I don't know if you guys can see the tips there. But yeah, the car, much, 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 much better looking. And this is going to basically allow the compound to adhere better onto the paint and take away those swirls much, much easier than if I had to cut through all that, I don't even know, that orange dust, let's call it. But she's looking good, and we are ready to go and actually start compounding finally. All right, guys, so now that we're all ready to go, I've laid out the pads that I'll be using for this. So first of all, I'm using M105 as the first layer. You see it right there. A lot of people will say that they like M101 better because it has like the same cutting power and everything, but it just gives less dust. And typically, honestly, I prefer to use 101. I just, for some reason, I don't know why, I ordered 105, and I still have like half a bottle of this left. So I'm gonna finish the 105 down and then probably order 101, and then gonna finish it up with M205. You can see it right there. So first course of action, what I usually like to do is I like to go with the least abrasive method. A lot of like amateur professional detailers will go with like a more powerful cutting pad. Reason being is because it goes a little quicker and it kind of, you know, avoids you having to go over the same panel over and over again. But the problem with that is you're cutting away well, not way too much, but you're cutting more clear than what you need to. So what I always like to do is I always like to start with something like an orange pad. It's like a light, at most moderate cutting pad, and you can see one here. I was going to use this, but I'm like, I mean, it's still a lot of life left in this guy, but what I'm probably going to do is probably use that for the vet. I might as well rip open this one. So I'll probably tackle this with 105. 105 will go on here, and then for the second stage, likely I'll do 205 on the foam polishing pad, but depending on how the car looks, I may actually resort to using another, or I have another orange pad, and I'll just do 205 on this. You can reuse and like just clean this off and then put 205 on it, but again, I usually just kind of bag them up and save them. So that's what I'll do, and then I'll finish with the red pad, which I always love to do, and I'll top it off with a nice sealant to make it look buttery smooth and protect all the work that I've done. So we'll tackle that in. For the most part, I use a Porter cable, honestly, guys. I'm really in love with this product. For this guy, like these small areas, like right here, you guys can probably see the scratching. I don't know if I probably have to shift the light, but this and this right back here, I'll probably switch to my Roops 3-inch. Alright guys, so the first stage of buffing is done on this first panel right here, the fender, I guess I should say. I have, obviously you guys see, I've prepped this little piece. This is the next piece that I'm going to do. But you can take a look at it there. You can see all the scratching and the defects have been taken off. You get a little bit of, I don't know, I don't want to call it orange peel, but it's not as clear as it would be when you just do it with 105. But when you take it over with 205, it restores the clarity and the crispness that, you know, you've come to expect in good paint. So obviously I moved the light a little bit here so you guys won't be able to see it, but here I did this panel obviously as well, and there are no scratches or swirls or anything like that. And if there are, they're very small, which 205 will kind of go over and fix. Like I don't know if you guys can see, there's like a super fine one, like from here to here, like that super short one. I mean, you can sit there and clear off, but then again, you're damaging your clear more than you're helping it at that point. But take a look at this. This is probably the spot where the car is the worst by far. I hope you guys can see this. Let me see if I can take a look. You guys can see all those lines there, just straight through lines. And then I hope you guys can, maybe if I come from this angle, you know, the swirls that I was talking about on here. Hopefully, I don't know. Again, it's such a small piece, and I don't know if the camera focuses and whatever. Oh, there you go. You guys can see it. Tons of them. It's just really bad. It's swirl city and scratch city in here. So tackling this guy right now. I'm gonna take the 3-inch groups now, go up and down. Kind of the problem with this car is that even the hood, guys, the lines, like this is a different angle. This portion's a different angle than this angle. Then this angle narrows out. This portion's a different angle. Like it takes so long. This is definitely by far the hardest. Like the GTR, that one has pretty, you know, I don't want to say pretty extensive lines, but it has decent lines. And, you know, my GTR, I was able to do it in probably half the time, like the full polish. And, you know, I'm still at the doors in this car. And the GTR is a much, much larger vehicle than this guy. All right, guys, so you can see I got the yellow pad on here. Reason being, I know you guys saw that I did the rest of the pad, with the rest of the car with the orange one. But basically, these are pretty intense. And I figured while I have it down on the small size, just going to do this rear spoiler as well, because this part really, really needs some heavy cut. Okay guys, so I moved the light a little bit, but I did this A-pillar, which you guys saw in the previous clip was pretty bad. And the lights, sorry, this little door here. Take a look, let me see if I can bring you guys down low. You can see that's only M105. I still haven't done the 205, which like there's nothing left there in terms of just scratches. Even like minor fine stuff, I don't see any with my own eyes, but maybe on a big screen you may be able to see one. So if there is any, 205 will take care of that. All right guys, here is what we have after M105. So I don't know if it shows on video or not, but there are very, very small, minor, like just little small scratches that big. Again, I could have, had I just sat there and polished it even more, I could have taken that out. But again, the whole point of detailing is you don't want to overdo it, and M205 will take care of that. And if it doesn't, you'll have like a few minor small scratches, which again will only be visible to someone who's looking under lights. Alright guys, I figured I'd come on and show you guys what the first stage looks like after it's all completed. So we are completely done with M105. I've cleaned off all the dust except for, well, the windows and the roof, as you can see here, hopefully. But you can see the kind of reflection that your 2 expects, and you can see how just incredibly smooth this is. Everything looks extremely sharp. The car looks very, very good. So here's a look at the hood. You can see we got almost everything all gone, but there are a few minor imperfections left, and M205 will take care of that. Alright guys, so we got the car prepped in the background. So obviously, like you guys saw, we did M105 and then M205. So this is what it looks like after M205. So you can see the shine has been really, I mean, restored into the car. It looks pretty good like this. And I mean, a lot of people, actually, I don't want to say that. People may stop right here, but I strongly recommend just apply a top coat on this, because you want to protect this as much as you can. So one thing that I really like to do is just apply a nice sealant over top. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do now. I got my blue pad prep there in the background there. You can use a blue, you can use like a red or a black. Any of those will work for applying like a final step. I like the blue because it has just a little bit of cut, so if there are any like small surface defects, that'll take care of it for me. That's just based on my experience, that's what I think. And because we're just applying section at a time, and because of the glaze that I'm using is very, very buttery, and it's not going to actually get into the things. What I usually get into the seams. What I usually do is I usually like to peel these off so I can get perfect coverage around, like just around the seams of the hood and everywhere in the car. Now you don't have to do this. A lot of people will just leave it like this until the final product and then remove it. But I don't know. For me personally, I like to do it, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. Just going to start peeling this stuff back, and obviously you're gonna want to clean it up because you're gonna have a little bit of residue there. So what you're gonna do is just take a like a microfiber there. I got Ammo NYC's. That's what I use obviously for cleaning it up. I find that is honestly the best cleaning cloth on the market right now. I've had nothing but good experiences with Larry's products, and that is absolutely no exception. So what you're gonna do is just get that a little damp and clean up these lines so that you don't have, I don't know if it comes, there. It's just basically a little bit of residue, and anything that got in, like while you're waxing stuff, it pushes stuff in here. So that's all the crap that you guys found in there. So just take that off, clean that off, and then you're ready to apply your sealant. In terms of lubricant, you can use like Quick Detailer or like what I really like to use is honestly this Meg's Ultimate Wax. It's a great lubricant. It's not the best wax at all. It's a decent wax. It's not a great wax, but all you're really doing is you're just basically cleaning the creases here, and you need a lot of lubricant to do that. So you don't want to re-add swirls because you just corrected your entire paint. So you're just doing this little piece in here anyway. So by taking that and putting a lot of lubricant, you're able to really pick this up without any problem. All right, boys, here is your final product. The car has been sealed up. I hope it comes across on video, but it is absolutely shimmering, this car. And obviously it's nighttime right now. So, I hope, maybe I'll take it out tomorrow morning and include a clip. If not, it will be on my Instagram account at the.redliner. But the other thing that I need to do outside is just put some tire shine on the tires, and then that is literally the last thing. I just don't want to do it in here because it can get on the garage floor. That's not what I want. Take a look. Even I topped the transparent roof as well, so that is looking quite sharp as well. I'll take a couple steps back. You guys can see the pop coming off this paint, and keep in mind, guys, this is a dark garage. The lights are completely off in here, except for the lights that I have facing the ceiling right now. So it's just giving the general area some light. Obviously, if I point it directly at the car, you won't be able to see the reflection because the light's pointed right at it. But if I give you some different angles, you guys can see how sick this thing looks. You can see my reflection there. Take a look at that, guys. You can see me right there. I can see myself perfectly clear through the reflection, and it's not even a dark car. It's this Laguna blue, which is a very, very light shade of blue. I'll give you guys another look at that. You can see the seat where I have my my Porter cable resting on. Yeah, that is a crisp looking shot, if I do say so myself. Again, you can see me completely through that. I'll give you a little view of this back area here. This spoiler came out really, really, really nice. And obviously the rear bumper, the garage is closed and it's raining outside, so I'm not going to open it so water gets from when it opens to damage any paint. I want to keep it as clean as I can for at least till tomorrow, where I can take it outside and take some pictures. I'm going to probably get the GTR out as well, take some pictures, both of them together, because that one's been freshly detailed as well before I put it away for the winter. So it should look quite sharp together. I'll give you, this is one of my favorite angles right here, guys. You guys can see, oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Very, very sick. Let me, I'll wrap it up with a final clip like this. Again, hopefully you guys can see. I hope it comes across on video how sharp the car actually looks. Look, and it's so slick. The paint is so slick. I'll take this, and this is slightly damp because when I pull off my sealant, I like to just dampen it just a little bit so that it pulls off everything. I'll glide it across, like you can see here. So I'll literally just, it's a pretty big towel. You guys can hopefully understand what I'm talking about. This is slick. I'm worried if I push it too far, it's gonna glide right off the hood. It's a clean cloth, and I don't want to do that. But I'll give you one final look at this angle here. Again, there is no light here. Then this is just concrete on the side, so white, and you can see the reflection there. Guys, I'm really, really happy with the results. This is probably 25 hours of labor just on the outside. but it all is worth it when you see the final result here. Take a look at that. Again, I really hope that comes across on video, how slick that thing looks. And here, I have a little bit more room here. I can show you the bumper, but I mean, it's not very much, so bear with me, guys. I apologize on that one. If you guys want to see it, just follow my Instagram at the.redliner, and you'll see that tomorrow when I get it outside under the proper sunshine. So that's gonna do it for us, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the detailing video of of the Corvette. If you guys found this video informative, please give it a big thumbs up for me, and I will look forward to seeing you guys next video. Cheers, bye bye.